This is a warning, not out of fear, but out of my desire to equip you with your own independent thinking, going with your intuition, and making decisions based on what you truly believe and what you desire for the future. Now, we've talked about the future. There are things happening right now that are transpiring that I want to share with you that are going to affect your decisions right now, especially with your finances, a lot of things. I've got some great news for you, but I want to equip you with some ideas of what has been done in the past and what I see happening right now. It's okay. You can watch this. No fear on my channel. I want to empower you to move past it, to break through fear. Let's go. Welcome to Landria Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break through fears and live an amazing life. I'm sitting here in one of the back bedrooms because there's heavy equipment out there making massive noise. All right, I'm seeing something happen out there, and this is without me watching news or any media. So if I am hearing stuff like this through various sources, I can't even imagine what you are. And I hope you're not looking up this stuff. You're setting yourself up for control tactics. All right, so we've talked about the split. We're well into it now. We are now transitioning into a completely new way of life and world. And by the way, it's accelerating. We're going to see this in your lifetime. Somebody said, will California be underwater? Like when? And I said, I can't predict that. No one can predict anything for sure. We can project into the future what may happen based on what we have done and believe in the present and past. That I assure you. So take note. I'm going to give you an example of something that happened back when I was a kid. Now, do I have absolute proof of this? No, but I'm pretty sure it happened, and whether it did or not, it is an example of what's going on right now. You know, there were all kinds of sunscreens out, some real big ones, big names, that we all used as kids. Well, I grew up on a lake, so we especially were slathering this on to block the sun and sunburn. Now, what happened, and if you remember this era, people started to want to accelerate their tans, and they would do it with baby oil and mirrors. Talking about sun damage. But you put on baby oil, and supposedly it would give you a better, faster tan and keep your skin soft. Well, the suntan lotion companies didn't like this. In fact, it was such a big craze and a big boom. There is a rumor going around that you could get cancer from the baby oil. Was sort of funny because it's probably the reverse. However, that it was dangerous and all kinds of stuff. Well, this caused a lot of people to stop using baby oil, of course, going back to sunscreen, which doesn't cause cancer. Let's talk about that at another time. However, it worked. It worked. And I want you to know that's what's going on right now. If I told you, let's say I open a restaurant and some guy in the corner had cornered the market, and I had no chance in heck of really doing very well, I might, if I was working in darkness, I might spread a rumor that there were rats in the kitchen and feces had been found in some of the food. I guarantee you people would clear out. Whether they thought it was a rumor or not, they wouldn't go there. Does this sound familiar? There are people claiming to be experts about banking and finances, and they're telling you things such as where you should pull your money out of, and that these banks will supposedly collapse. I want you to be careful with that. Now, I'm not telling you what to do, and I'm not saying whether this is all true or not. I want you to start really doing your homework and paying attention. And by the way, your homework isn't going to another expert that has some other fear-based advice. If I said a certain bank was going to collapse and I told everybody they should pull their money out, what would happen? The bank would collapse. Hello, McFly. Hey, I was right. I predict that the restaurant on the street is going to go out of business in 30 days. Oh, there's rat poop in the food. Boom, they go out in 30 days. You can create it. We create our own reality, and this is how it's being done. Manipulation and false media, you got to watch it. Watch it. And just because somebody says they're an expert, somebody told me something about, the vaccinations, and there was a doctor and they were an expert, and I said, there are a lot of cray-cray things being said out there by experts. There's a lot of cray-cray experts, and a lot of people you don't even know about that really know their stuff. We are no longer going to start listening to the experts based on the fact that in the past have not looked after the public's best interests. Manipulation of markets, saying they're right due to them spreading either rumors or predictions or things. You have to watch this. Now, I'm not going to predict the future. I have already shared with you what remote viewers are seeing with a closer future. When they go further out, it's all over the board. But when they go close to 2050 and 2060, by the way, all this can be changed too. It looks pretty bright. And one of the things that they say, and was very consistent, was that we are going to live in smaller communities that function more efficiently. Why is this important? Whenever you have massive things going on, you have more ability for manipulation and, of course, corruption, right? And greed and all kinds of things that fall through the cracks. Well, if you have a smaller community, it's much easier to contain and monitor that. And, of course, when you have smaller groups, chances are pretty good people will have their best interests in mind. They're operating more like a family. And also, it is extremely efficient. We are going to communities. I have something that I'm going to announce to you that is going to be so collaborative and community focused. And I'm already working with a group out of Canada that's doing amazing things with communities, and they're not broke. In fact, they're showing people how to be abundant, how to create income in the most positive ways that are actually saving our planet. This is what we must focus on. So I want you to take that focus away from this. Is it right? Is it wrong? You can chase that all day. I'm a former investment banker. I'm going to tell you right now, we actually used to laugh at some of the things that were going on out there, mostly with the stock market. If I got a stock and I'm going to short the markets, I could spread a rumor and that's going to work beautifully. If I own a big piece of stock somewhere and I bought low and I want to drive the price up, I could spread a rumor of all kinds of great stuff, sell my stock out, and then boom, everybody else pays for it. This is real stuff that goes on. Okay? And this isn't fear-based. This is getting you to be aware of the fact that what's been going on is not in our best interest, most of it. And that includes the foods you eat. If somebody gets extremely wealthy off of something that has chemicals in it, they don't have our best interests in mind, and they will not be changing anything anytime soon if it means it's going to come out of their pocket. These are things I'm sharing with you, which is outside of my normal discussion, because I want us to be very wise and cognizant and intuitive with our decisions and realize we are creating our own communities now. We don't have to rely on that. Those institutions don't make or break us. Whose money do you think they have? Ours. So we don't want to collapse everything. We don't want people to suffer. We want it done properly. And through our own actions and creations, that will happen. So you're going to say, now what do we do? Well, I want you to think good and hard about this. Digital Explorers is going to be out soon, and what I'm going to teach people is how to create and also generate income constantly. In other words, if you've been saving up your whole life and there's all these seniors that are Walmart greeters because somebody had their portfolio and can't guarantee you anything, you can guarantee you something. Your own decisions. And you could store money under your mattress all you want, but if the monetary system collapses, you're not protected there. So what are you going to do right now? We have so many ways that we can create our own security. I told you guys this right here. People are creating online businesses, but you can't go in there expecting that to save you and that I'm going to make quick bucks. We have to be realistic about what we're doing, what it takes to build these platforms, these foundations, and it's time for us to take charge in the most peaceful, compassionate, sharing, and caring way. We're not going to get to that point anyways. When we go into smaller communities, there will be no shortages, and that's the direction we're heading in right now. We won't have to have trucks at the other end of the country trying to make it here, and no truck drivers or whatever it is that's going to happen. We're changing the world with your actions. We cannot blame them anymore. And when you blame them, you're still playing victim. And when you go into a peaceful environment and you say, you know what, we're going to be creative, we're going to flourish. How do we do that? When you collaborate, I have a new website called Collaborate. When we collaborate, we're powerful. It's a beautiful world that's happening right now. So look at the intentions, look at your sources, listen to your gut, your intuition, and ask yourself, am I going in fear? There are no problems. There are only solutions. What can I personally do to create a better world? What can I personally do to make other people safer, healthier, happier? What can I do to serve others? Do you want to play that game? It's the old matrix. It's dying. We're changing the program. You guys know that I have a new course out called Activate Your Magic. It's an advanced manifesting. I help you get past all those blocks and beliefs that tell you you're less than, because you are the creation, the creator, the playwriter, the player. You get to change that story. Now you have a role that you chose here. That's also temporary too, but that player can change the play anytime. You can be the hero, the joyful hero. Don't be afraid of that. Allow it to dissolve and go away and get ready for the new things coming in. You know, free energy, abundance of food, communities helping one another. I'm seeing it happen. Trust me, it is happening. It's here. The more you participate in it and focus on that, the more you will accelerate that in your lifetime. You can come over for my free videos. I got all kinds of great stuff for you. I'll see you there. Namaste.